Today I'm going to show you a flow that I personally do when I'm feeling a lot of lower back muscle tension, and I think it's really effective for releasing the tension and also has long-term benefits for movement education and movement retraining. You're going to recognize this as a progression of the back anchor connection and progression, and it's something you can also add to your routine as well. So I'll get in position and I'll just talk you through it as we go. Starting in the back anchor position, just relaxed. Always like to just take a couple deep breaths and kind of let my lower back muscles relax into the floor as much as they're going to. And then I will bring my rib cage down, connecting your back anchor, bringing the rib cage down, connecting the bottom of your rib cage and the back to the floor, and pushing away from that. And you can push away to the point where your pelvis elevates off the floor. And so that is kind of a nice release for my lower back muscles. My abdominals are engaged. My lower back muscles are being relaxed by not only just the position that they're in and gravity, but also through something called reciprocal inhibition. So when one muscle contracts, the opposite muscle automatically relaxes as a result of the system of the body. I'm breathing, I'm kind of hanging out here. I can feel like just decompression type feeling in my lower back muscles. Breathing in my lower back, and this is kind of a progression I like to add. So just taking my arms and doing kind of like a floor angel and trying to maintain that connection throughout the entire arc of motion. So my back anchor stays connected. It doesn't matter if your arms come off the ground. I have really tight shoulder and lat muscles, so my arms don't stay on the ground up here. But for you, they might continue to slide on the ground, like as mine do here. The number one focus is always the core connection. Right now it's the back anchor. So really what we're doing in a nutshell is we are learning how to bring the rib cage down in relation to the pubic bone. And so that's kind of the awareness that it's really hard to develop when you're standing in a three-dimensional space. When you get down on the floor, you have this biofeedback from the floor, and I'm able to feel what it feels like to bring my rib cage down, and that being in relation to my pubic bone. Retraining your body can only happen through repetition over time. Those are the two ingredients. So this is the priority. The program is a series of layers, and the foundation is the connection. And this floor angel motion is a layer on top. The foundational layers are the most important layers, and everything on top of that is less important. It's like a house. You want your house on a strong foundation, and everything on top of it is dependent on how strong that foundation is. As you go through the program, we're going to add layers and layers and layers, and they become more useful, more applicable to life. So this floor angel is movement retraining. I'm learning how to move my arms, my upper body, while maintaining this connection, this foundational connection. So you got to have the foundation first, and anything you add to it as we go through the program, like these movements, you're able to maintain that rib cage down. And the beauty of this is that we are doing this without compensations, because if you're standing and I say, bring your rib cage down, you can bring it down by going like that, right? My rib cage comes down, but what happens? I'm hunching. And so we're using the floor to maintain good posture and bring the rib cage down in relation to the rest of our body without compensating and causing a problem somewhere else. So the floor angel is a great way to practice that early stages of movement retraining while maintaining the connection. And it's also just an incredible way if you do this for 5 minutes. Like I've been pretty much staying connected this entire time while talking, breathing, and you can even check that my pelvis has been unweighted most of this time. My lower back muscles are feeling very relaxed right now. And that's because of reciprocal inhibition and also just this decompressed anti-gravity position that it's in. They're not bearing weight right now, so they're able to relax. And when I get up from the ground, my abdominals are going to feel extremely activated to train our body to move with this activation, with this connection. And so that's another layer on top. So the layers only come as you have built the layer beneath it. That's the flow for today.